Hello, everyone. Before I start with how to find the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix, let me just quickly apologize about the last video. I was recording on my headset, okay, and thinking that it's probably going to be clear, and hopefully you might not hear the tapping of the stylus as much, but it ended up being worse, and I think that was um, the the stylus was even like more obnoxious than the other videos, and there was also like a really weird background noise. I'm not sure what that was, so I'm recording again without any headset or microphone. So I hope this is a little better. I apologize in advance if it's not. Um, okay, let's get to some business. So we're okay. I'm gonna do number 5. This is just a practice sheet. Don't. This is not like. Don't worry about if this looks like unfamiliar territory. So, real quick, let me just quickly say that with Kramer's rule, another cool application with determinants is when you use Kramer's rule. We're not testing on Kramer's rule. If you see any problem in the textbook that asks you to do Kramer's rule, don't worry about it. This is something we haven't done in years. So it's just a different way of solving systems of equations. But so don't worry about it. We're not doing this. Anyway, let's do number 5. So number 5. Now, if I were to see number 5, if you were able to bypass the annoying sound and listen to what I was saying in the other video, notice how this matrix is in like absolute value looking things. This automatically means find the determinant. So with the determinant of 3 by 3 matrices, it's more work. It's not as simple and quick as 2 by 2 matrices. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one row, any row, and we're going to cross it. Okay. So let's say we cross the top row. Okay. Now I'm going to cross one of the I'm going to do this 3. I'm going to cross out a column 3 times, keeping my first row crossed out. So first, let's cross out the first column. All right. Now, what number is overlapping? At what number do they intersect by, or intersect with? I have to erase it because I couldn't see it. It was a 1. So they crossed. I'll highlight the crossed part in yellow. They crossed at 1. Or that's where the red and the green lines intersect. Okay. Now I'm going to find the determinant of what's left over. So the determinant is going to be 1 times -1. So -1 minus, and then 4 times 1, which is 4. Okay. And that's going to be -5. Okay. And then we still have that 1 out in front. Okay. So now let's get rid of that. I'm going to keep the yellow. I'm going to keep the red line that's crossed, but now I'm going to move over to this row. I'm sorry, this column. Okay, and then what number is crossed? It's a 2. So, and then you find the determinant of what's left. So what's left are the -5, 1, -1, -5. You're finding the determinant of that. So -5 times -1 is +5, minus -5 times 1 is -5. So 5 minus -5, that's going to be 10. So I have that too. Okay, now I have to do this one more time. And I'm telling you, this is really, like, it's fun. So, and then we have 5 is crossing in this case. And we find the determinant of what's left. So -5 times 4, that's -20, minus -5 times 1 is -5. So this is going to simplify to -15. Okay. So we've reached this point. Now, this is where it gets a little, this is like one part you're going to have to remember is the sign that you're going to place in between each one, each term. So the first one is plus, is going to be positive. The second one is a minus, and the third one is going to be a plus. Now, notice that like this is just like the ones the signs I have in blue are just this is what you're always going to put in. They could change depending on what the numbers actually simplify to. So here I'm going to have 1 times -5, or positive 1 times -5. That's going to be a -5. So this part simplifies to -5. Okay, so don't just always like think that, oh, this is always going to be a plus, this is always going to be a minus. It's just that's what you're always going to put that in before you simplify. I hope that makes sense. So this is -2 times 10. This is going to be -20, and then +5 times -15. That's going to be -75. Okay, so we have -5. Get on here, number 7. I don't really get you. -5 minus 20 minus 75. That's going to give us -100. So the determinant of the matrix in number 5 is -100. Let's see if I did that right. Scroll down, number 5. Yep, awesome. 2 for 2 today. Let's go. Okay, on the calculator, let me make sure. I'm pretty sure I have. Yep. I believe that's the same matrix. Yeah, it is. So you're going to do determinant, second matrix, go right to math, determinant, and matrix A, -100. Let's go. Yeah, so again, as I said in the other video, doing these by hand in the past, we've always tested, even on the final exam, with doing determinants of 3x3 matrices by hand. So we're not sure how it's going to be this year, obviously, because there's no final exam. I'm not sure when we take our tests on matrices if we're going to do this by hand, but I'm gonna make this a requirement only because I know for a fact that next year in pre-calc for pre-calc you are going to be tested on doing this by hand. So might as well start now, and it's better to be safe than sorry. Okay. Hope this helps. And I feel like I had something else to say about this, other than how fun it is. I really love doing this. I'm honestly not sure if I had anything else to say, but if I think about it, I will, reach out to you all. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.